Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. What's going on, Adam? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Steven. How are you guys?
Last show of season 11. Can you believe it's December already?
Oh my gosh, I know it's gone by so quick. So this is it. We're ending with this episode.
It's the last episode of
Oh
season 11.
wow, well, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, listen, I will let you and Chike take away movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I saw this film, and Chike, I can't remember if you've seen it, called Passing. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it slipped under
Go
my
ahead, because
radar.
I actually started watching it, but I never completed it. I didn't
Okay,
complete
yeah.
it. I
So
fell
it
asleep,
slipped under
actually.
my radar, but it's a black and white drama film based on a
Mhm.
1929 novel by Nella Larson, and it stars Tessa Thompson and Ruth Nega, and it follows the story of this. Tessa Thompson plays this, I guess, upper class black woman living in Harlem in the 20s, and she runs into an old friend from her old Harlem days who's married to a white man out in Chicago. And she is what they call passing. So she's passing as a white person to kind of get into this other side of, I guess, the society there. And what eventually happens is that this woman actually ends up moving to New York, and their lives kind of start intermingling, and things start happening, and jealousy's there, and different things kind of culminate with kind of what's going on, not with just their lives, but kind of the passing element too of the whole
And she was flirting with her
situation.
husband.
Sorry.
And she was flirting with her husband.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, well, Steven, if we want to get spoilers, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, there's a lot of themes. I guess you've seen the movie, Steven, but it's
Yeah.
very interesting, the themes of, because there's some scenes where you're like, yeah, she's flirting with the husband. You're also scenes where you're like, is she interested in this friend of hers in a different
Yeah.
way? There are
Mhm.
scenes with, I think, the author, the white author that would come to visit Harlem at the
Yeah.
time. He had very good observations. Anyway, I thought it was really good. It's a drama. I will say, I've probably the last quarter it kind of dragged on a little bit and
That
lost a
ending
little
was
bit of its
dramatic.
steam. But yeah, I mean, besides the ending, it was kind of like I was ready to kind of get things going at in the last quarter of the movie. I don't know about you, Stephen, but it had
Yeah.
such a good strong start. Tessa Thompson is doing great things. She's
Oh, yeah.
ever since I saw her in Thor Ragnarok, she's just been kind of lining up the film. So highly recommend. It's on Netflix again. It came out actually like a month or two ago, so
Mhm.
good, worth checking out, and definitely enjoyable.
That ending, though, I was like, really?
Yeah, well, it's funny. That's how the book ended too, and the book was written in 1929, which I
Also,
thought
it's
was
based off a
pretty.
book. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
I was pretty impressed by, first of all, how old the book was, and they finally made a movie out of this, but also how, yeah, there's a lot of similarities on how both things ended.
Okay. Nice.
Wow. Well, I saw a film released on Amazon Prime. It's called The Encounter, which stars Riz Ahmed, Octavia Spencer, um, Aditya Galada, and Lucian River Chauhan. Um, Aditya and Lucian are children in the film. They actually play Riz Ahmed's sons, and Riz Ahmed is a soldier who is on his way home to reunite with his family. And what he encounters is an alien species, allegedly. And he starts to panic and he grabs his children and he flees. Um, in his mind, he's protecting his children.
Mhm.
Outside of his mind, in the world, he kidnapped his children from their mother. And so a chase ensues with him going across state lines with his children. And in his world, again, he's under attack from aliens. And in the other world, he's a kidnapper. It's a very interesting story. And at points, you can't tell which side to believe. Like, you don't know if
Mhm.
he's crazy because he is a soldier. They said that he served wartime and he had some issues mentally. But is he really not having issues mentally? Is he really experiencing what he's experiencing? So that becomes the thing of the movie for me. It was very well done. I thought that of course, Octavia Spencer did a really good job. She plays his
Mhm.
parole officer, trying to talk him off of a ledge and bring the kids back. But who stole the movie for me is the little boy that plays Bobby.
That little smart mouth boy.
Oh, he stole the movie for me. He was just so cute. And I was just like,
Uh-huh.
he's too grown. He's like an old man in
Grown.
a little body.
Grown. Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You saw it?
Well, kinda. So my brothers were both in town this weekend.
Mhm.
Saturday was my baby brother's birthday. So we went to brunch, and had some mimosas. And so I came back home. Me and my big brother went to watch it. We both fell asleep. But the part I saw was good. So
I wanted to
watch it.
I wanted to see it too. Actually, that was on my list. I was going to watch that tonight until a coworker recommended.
Yeah, I'm gonna
passing.
watch it again because it
But
started
Yeah,
off really good.
it's worth watching.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's worth
the
watching.
trailer does make you think: is it in his head or is this really happening? And they do a really good job of like
All them
making you
bugs
wonder.
everywhere. I'm like, what in the world?
And I will say this. One thing that Riz Ahmed does very well when it comes to his acting skill set is play confusion very well. He
Mhm.
does that. That's like one of his aces in the hole. He does that very well. Yeah, so that was the film that I saw. Before I go into my next film, I just want to shout out one of our listeners and a supporter, Kicks Mechanic on Instagram. He watches the show. He made it a point to let me know that he enjoys what we're doing. So shout out to Kicks. Follow him.
Appreciate you.
People out there in Instagram world. Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate you.
them.
For sure,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Yeah.
So, okay. And just like that, premiered Thursday. It released on Thursday. They released 2 episodes. And if you don't know what And Just Like That is, And Just Like That is the next installment of the Sex and the City saga.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon, Kristen Davis, Chris Noth, and Willie Garson. No Kim Cattrall.
And Nicole Harry Parker.
Then Nicole Ari Parker. You jumping ahead. Wait,
Sorry.
let me get
Steven's just ruining everything over here.
I know. I'm talking over. My bad.
So we know the Sex and the City ladies. We know the story. It's been around for what, decades at this point, right? So Samantha's no longer in the film, well, in the series with the ladies. And my question was, as a fan of the show, what in the hell are they going to do without Samantha? The solution was kind of brilliant, because one of the reasons that I like this show is because the writing is so well. Sex and the City is one of the best shows to me written on television. That and The Wire, the way that they interweave storylines. Anyway, I can geek out on that all day. But I like the way that they handled it. And I like the fact that they did what they promised and decided to participate in inclusion.
Yeah,
So we have,
yeah,
all the way around, they diversified.
I mean, completely diversified.
Well, listen, we wanted a rainbow, we got a rainbow. Okay,
you got one.
So, and I'm not mad at it. That's what New York is. That's what New York looks like.
Yeah.
And we've just seen the first 2 episodes, and Stephen and I are talking about how diversified it is. They haven't even gone into the rest of the show, so we're going to see more, because you can tell from the trailer other things are going to take place. I'm not going to do spoilers here, but wow, first episode, wow. And I kind of suspected
you have to do the spoiler about Mr. Biggs, though, because that's all over the news now.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
it is.
How Peloton stock dropped.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So everyone who follows the show,
spoiler at home.
Yeah. Skip ahead.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Everyone who follows the show, though, but this is the thing. I wasn't really surprised. And the reason that I wasn't surprised, because if you were a fan of the show, you knew that Mr. Big in the series, when it was on TV, had heart issues. He had to go have angioplasty. If you remember, you had to follow the show.
Oh, yeah.
And she used to make jokes about him having a heart attack throughout the show and how old he was. and can his ticker take it? She was saying those things. And then they gave you a nugget right before the incident happened. She said, do you need a nitroglycerin pill to go under your tongue? No one heard that. That's like a little, I was like, he's gonna have a heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the show when it was on TV. I had a coworker who was obsessed with that show, but she loved it. But I was bored and I saw it was on HBO Max. I said, oh, I'll watch it, you know. So he does have a heart attack and he dies in the first episode. And Peloton stopped because he was on a Peloton for like 45 minutes and he dies. And Peloton stock went down in real life.
Yep. Like
Peloton
5%.
released a commercial with one of their trainers and him letting you know he's not really dead. He's an actor.
Yeah, it's
so they
wild.
had a commercial trying to refute the Peloton will kill you. But it had nothing to do with Peloton. It was just the fact that's what he was on, and he passed away afterwards.
Yeah,
but
people associate.
But let's be fair. Let's be fair. Peloton has been in the news for quite some time to the negative. So can you imagine that already being there, and then someone watching this happen, and it's like, oh hell no.
Yeah. I mean, also people are going outside now. Peloton stock's been going down this whole year, actually. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. What else you got?
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Willie Garrison's role going throughout the show. He died a couple weeks ago, and he had filmed 3 episodes thus far. So I'm wondering like how they're gonna handle. They already said that they're not gonna kill him off on the show. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm curious.
They handled the Samantha issue. They handled that very well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
I thought so. All right. Well, Insecure, love it.
I didn't see it last night.
This is the last season. It's so good. I mean, every time I watch it, I'm just probably smiling. Watch it, but that's good. 911 is on hiatus until I believe March. They had their last episode last week. Really good. What
about the holiday movies? You know, you're into all the Christmas movies this year, Steven. What have you been watching?
I did watch The Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out.
The old, okay, nice.
On Friday. And I've been watching like these random Christmas movies. But the funny thing about Christmas movies is you already know how they're going to end. It's 2 women. I don't know if I talked about this last week. 2 women from SNL. They were on SNL. They're 2 comedians, and they're doing a Christmas movie spoof where the business person comes in from the big town to a small town, and then not only do they leave with love, but they leave with the Christmas spirit. So they doing a little. So I think that airs soon. But the way they were explaining it is, I mean, always the case. Small town. Fall in love, and then
I heard so this year is double the amount of new Christmas movies than previous years, up to 400. So apparently, and I don't know if you've noticed, every streaming service, everything you get onto says, here's our holiday movie selection. And I mean, they have a formula that everyone watches, and
they do.
It's wild that there's that many Christmas movies out there, but people like them.
Well, I'm disgusted because I wanted to watch Home Alone. I had a craving to watch Home Alone on Friday because they were talking about the top Christmas movies, and that was the top one, right? And so I was like, why can't I find it? I was, Googling where I could find it. Yeah, it's on the streaming service that I don't have.
That's always the case, right?
Yeah, I don't have it. So I was like, oh, well, the Christmas Story it is.
Just as good.
Right. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you so much for letting us know what to spend our time and our money on and what not to. Have a great holiday, and we'll be right back after this.
All right. Thanks a lot.